Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year. The latest one I want to review for you guys here, and this is probably the second to last film. There might be one more film after this, depending on how I like the film, and that will be Uncut Gems. And so now I want to read for you guys here is A Million Little Pieces. Yes, that A Million Little Pieces, the one James Frey wrote that ended up being told was a fabrication and hugely embarrassed Oprah. And James Frey has written other stuff that with much less acclaim ever since then. And originally, a big budget cast was going to be approached to make this into a film with Jake Gyllenhaal or Tobey Maguire, of Warner Brothers. A filmmaker has come forward to adapt this novel into a film, and it's Sam Taylor Johnson. Yes, that's Sam Taylor Johnson of the first 50 Shades of Grey film, not the sequels. She co-writes the script with Aaron Taylor Johnson, her husband, which, wow, there's an age difference between those two is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. So basically, James Frey, after a bad binge of drugs and alcohol and whatnot, basically goes to rehab. And there he meets a variety of characters. We don't really learn James Frey backstory here other than, oh yeah, there was a girl, there was a priest, whatnot. And then, of course, Charlie Hunnam shows up as his brother, who appears briefly in the beginning, middle, and then gets to him at the end. Here's the thing. I find it hard to empathize with those people who are on drugs or have mental illness to a lesser extent. How do we show them having a good time? And here's the thing. For me, on my Mount Rushmore, and I hate to use that comparison, to me, of drugs, alcohol, and whatnot is, Drugstore Cowboy. That's a film that everyone should see, of people who are on drugs and have no real life. Leaving Las Vegas, about drugs and alcohol. When a Man Loves a Woman, yes, that's not in the same league as Leaving Las Vegas. And also Girl Interrupted, about mental illness. This, I just sat there thinking why anyone would think this is necessary. I mean, James Frey, as interpreted by Aaron Taylor Johnson, is a cipher. I don't really understand him. People he meets at this rehabilitation center are much more compelling than James Frey himself. I mean, you got Juliette Lewis, you got Ryan Hurst. I mean, yes, Charlie Hunnam, who briefly shows up, is more compelling. And Billy Bob Thornton, I could easily see a whole film about Billy Bob Thornton's character and how his life has gone about, because I think we do learn his story about how he befriended this mob boss and how he got clean before that mob boss got gunned down and how he went after him. Now, apparently that material is taken from another book called My Friend Larry, which also has been discredited. So he has a romance with Odessa Young, a girl named Lily, and basically, obviously, interaction between the sexes is not permitted in this rehab facility, which is like, okay. But for me, it's hard to buy any great love between these two characters. I mean, they meet. She's more screwed up than he is, although it's hard to figure out who exactly is going to make it out of rehab and be successful at rehab, because yes, a lot of people just have a whole lot of demons and simply cannot function without drugs, alcohol, whatnot. Here's the thing, granted, yes, sex addiction is a real thing, or how do you not show intimacy? One in Seattle plays a rehab facility for game addiction, and I think, really? Can you not go a day without going to games? I've never been an avid gamer, but maybe late in the film we do come to realize the price paid by a couple of these characters. We also meet Giovanni Ribisi as one guy who, trust me, if I ever met this person, or if he, then I would just say, stay away from me, you creep. And also we meet one other character who is like, granted, did we expect this one character to make it? I don't really know, but what happens to him, yes, it's partially sad. The nature of drug addiction goes. It's like, here's the thing. There was a TV show that's currently on the air right now called Intervention. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's really good. About people who have real serious problems. And granted, some people on that show have been in recovery. Other people haven't. Other people have died. Granted, addiction is a real thing. We have an opioid crisis going in America, and last year we had 2 films, neither of which were good, about drug addiction. One with Timothée Chalamet and another with Julia Roberts, and got her son, Ben is back. I wasn't crazy about either of those films. I feel like there is no point with this film. The coming to Jesus moment feels real quick. Granted, could a big name cast pull this film through? I don't know. Again, I really don't know. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about A Million Little Pieces, I'm going to give this a Netflix ranking because I don't want to put this down in the dumpster fire of my worst of the year and have to change my worst of the year list. So folks, A Million Little Pieces, have you seen this? What did you think? What's your favorite film about people with mental illness, drugs, alcohol? As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself in knowledge. I'm on Twitter at MichaelRich2. As always, folks, I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.